So, this is your host, Steve from the back. Uh, this is another typical buck wild and crazy Steve rant. Sometimes I go on these rants and I do these alcohol induced energy rants. I figure I might as well do one because I didn't do it because I was drinking. I did it because I need to make content, and I figure because I'm still awake, I might as well just make a rant. And this is one of them wild rants, man. This is an odd hour. This is an hour where motherfuckers are asleep. At least to my knowledge. Uh, you know, it's just a weird hour. It's about like it literally just turned 4:18. So it's 4:18. No, 4:13. See, that already shows that I should probably be asleep or in bed, and the alcohol has done its charming effect. I'm not gonna lie. I honestly So this was a good drink too. This wasn't like a special drink or no fancy drink, but this was some good shit. I have to ask, like, have you ever had a orgasm in your nose? So I just had a nice wine glass of some red berry Ciroc, and which Ciroc is one of those things that I like a lot. And the red berry Ciroc with some cranberry, basically spiced cranberry syrup. And I swear, when you smell red berry Ciroc in your nose, when you just inhale it, your nose gets an orgasm. It's just like an orgasm. It's an orgasm of scent in your nose. Like, I smelled it. I smelled it, and I had my little skewer, my little wooden skewer I was going to use to eat my sardines. And I was just like, when I'm drinking, and I was just like, God damn! I was like, I was having an orgasm in my nose, smelling this, just smelling the scent of this shit. I'll admit, red berry Ciroc smells better than it tastes. The smell gives you an orgasm. I feel like sometimes my sensory perception is on some like. It's on some like some retard shit. Like it's literally like I think too into and feel, literally experience too into sensory. I feel like that's one of the reasons why I'm like too. When it comes to being physical, as a physical person, I like have a craving for certain physical things, because like it just does something to me. I don't know how to even explain it. But the rant basically I'm gonna go on is like I'll have to say I'm gonna have to rank cherry, not cherry, because cherry is one of my favorite flavors, but red berry, actually, which is surprising. Red berry Ciroc is gonna be high on the list, because I'm thinking every time that I drink this shit, I literally have an orgasm in my nose when I when I smell it. Before I even drink it, I'm just like, the smell is better than the actual taste. I'm like, God damn, the smell is insane. But so this rant I'm going to go on is a rant about how as Christianity, this is one of those rants. Someone's like, why are you always bashing on Christianity? Well, this rant is going to explain half of that. Christianity in itself has positive aspects to it. Everyone finds solace, understanding, nuance. They relate to things, and they find that feeling and understanding of power and upliftment in many avenues. Just so happens that for some people it is in Christianity and it clicks with them, it works with them, and they may even live a very fulfilled life with that intact with them. They practice this stuff, they live it, and they even pass on, right? They even pass on. And whatever happens to them in the afterlife, which I can't tell at this point, I really don't know, but whatever happens with them, who knows? I mean, at least you can clearly tell that it does something for them and it grounds them, it does something with their life, and it does positive things. But I also say on the flip side, it can ruin someone's life, depending on the person. Like myself, you know. But I'll say my grief or gripe, whatever you want to call it, my like issue amongst many, but one of my issues with Christianity is the fact that Christianity, I feel like sometimes, I swear to God, no pun intended, well, pun intended, but you get it, it's irony. I swear that, like, Christianity sometimes I feel like has robbed me of potential, like a potential understanding with people and family, even, especially family, but also just like general people, because I know some people. I don't know a lot of people. I don't want to know a lot of people. But generally, Christianity, I feel like at sometimes, it almost feels like Christianity has robbed me of, how do I say it? Like, Christianity has robbed me of having a certain understanding and mutual understanding with certain people. You know what I mean? Like, Christianity is one of those things where it just so happens that because they're indoctrinated, and the thing is, I don't say like, oh, you know, I have a vendetta, I have a war with God, right? Now, to go into that, I do have a vendetta, and I choose to oppose, and I choose to viciously and openly oppose organized religion and oppose the so-called Christian God, which I actually don't believe in. But one of the reasons why I do this is because, number one, it comes naturally to me. Number two, it's because I consider myself a believer in Belial, you know, the so-called demon Belial, and I kind of understand and like the whole dynamic of opposing certain type of formats, certain type of programs and things that people have put in place that I guess you could call Christian or you know, beliefs in God. I believe in opposing those things for certain reasons. So it just, I mean, it's kind of inevitable, but there's even more to that. You know, what I'm trying to say is basically like, sometimes it's fucked up to me because like I feel like the Christian God, when I say it with quotation marks, I really don't believe in that God anyway. I really don't. I don't believe in that God. I believe that God is an actual fabrication and a misunderstanding of certain things. Anyway, but I just feel like sometimes that so many people are sold out to that belief system to the point to where literally it creates a huge divide. Like, there's like a huge divide between me and so many people. And I think like I'm not one of those people in my life that like wants to try to even connect, technically, like connect with so many people. But it just really pisses me off sometimes, and it hurts for me to like know that people believe certain things, and I'm thinking like, well, I just feel like sometimes that, for me, it would, in my mind, I would prefer a reality to live in where at least you really didn't believe that shit. Like, you actually believe that? Like, like, I wish I could literally, like, you were open to me even taking you with me on a journey. Like, I try to show you things like that would change your mind. Like, because if you really believe that, like, there's things that experiences that you could have that would totally change your perception. But, like I said, and I'm going to keep this rant short, people believe what they want to believe. People have reasons for believing what they do and how they believe it. But all I'm saying is, people sometimes may wonder, why are you like this? Like, why are you always, it's always you're talking about, oh, this is a satanic channel. You're talking about Belial. Like, you're talking about this. You're talking about that. You're talking about demonic energy. Why are you always trying to sound like, oh, it's a good thing to be warlike. It's a good thing um, to interact with demonic so-called entities, and you're trying to, like, why are you trying to cultivate that type of just vibe and energy? Like, what's up with you? Well, there's reasons for everything, and like I said, my beliefs are just another different from other people's beliefs, and I have reasons for everything. So at the end of the day, I'm just telling you the way I see things, and the way I see things is not the way that like everyone else may see things, or certain people may see things. And it's not like something where it's like, oh well, I just have no respect for that person. It's not like that. Like, I'm not an ignorant fool. Like, I don't just like, I know that there you can just agree to disagree with someone, but in this rant, I'm simply just voicing my opinion, and I figure that I might as well just do the rant now because, in all honesty, you tend to you tend to tell the truth when you're tired and you're fucking buzzed and you don't give a fuck. You tend to just tell shit how it is, So it tends to be a little more authentic. I mean, it tends to be authentic. It tends not to be as hidden or like, it tends to be unadulterated at that point. So, and this, I also have to say, this is the type of energy where you can't, don't be bringing this. Don't bring this before demonic kings and don't bring this type of energy, this drunken, don't be all alcohol up and bring that type of energy before them. Don't do that. That's not a good thing. Like, but you guys, all you guys are human motherfuckers. You ain't nothing special. That might sound fucked up, but so I can give you guys this type of energy because I'm about to try to go my ass to sleep. you know, like, to get some rest and recuperate because my body's always active. It's always been being put through the ringer. I always have to either be doing something at work or when I'm home, I'm always trying to build my body up, trying to build muscle, trying to build up skills, trying to get, certain types of strength, certain types of endurance and stuff like that. I'm always trying to cultivate stuff. So I need my rest, but it just so happens that I slept very long after work. I went out and I had to shop. I had to buy, not a lot, I had to buy like a couple stupid little things. I had to buy lotion and goddamn nail polish remover. And I didn't really eat lunch properly, so I had to buy some food when I was at the store. Some simple, the most common, simple shit you'd ever imagine. And I slept west. As soon as I went home, I literally just passed out, from like work and everything. And woke up. So now I'm dealing with this. So This is your rant. This is Steve's Art and Fun channel. This is a channel that's basically based on fun, recreation, philosophy, spirituality, things like that, and everything that encompasses that. And you know, this is the rant. You know what I mean? This is the rant. This is the end of it. This is the closing part. So, you know, I appreciate. I looked at my thing and I realized I got like a couple new subscribers. So that to me is a huge thing because like this is one of those channels. This is one of those like tiny channels to where it is so small that like no one knows about this channel. This is like some the shit that I'm into. This is like some like back of the bus reality porn type shit that like people don't even know about. Like you know how like you see small time people on certain things. Like let's for instance, maybe you guys don't know who Jane Doe is, right? Who Jane, not Jane Doe, but Jane Doe is. Shout out to Jane Doe, right? If you don't know who Jane Doe is, like in the porn stuff, you know, on the X videos and the porn hub, if you don't know who that is, it's like that. Like you don't know who this person is. Now, I'm sure maybe you know who that is, especially if you're a straight black man and you gets down and faps to porn like you should, you know, like you like you know you probably should be doing. You would know who she is, but other than that, you wouldn't know what this is. You wouldn't. It's no one, and I'm pretty sure at some point, no one probably knew who she was. Like I said, some of you probably don't even know who Jane Doe is. You probably got to go look it up. But the thing is this: I'm just saying that to make a point of like channels are so tiny, you know. So me, I appreciate every second of like attention that this channel would even get, because this channel really, to be real, this channel ain't shit. That's the thing, it ain't shit. It's nothing. It's nothing. Now, would I love to grow this channel and eventually come to a point to where this channel has an income behind it? Yes. Because me as a person, when I'm trying to put out, and don't get me wrong and don't get it twisted, like this channel, if I had it my way, I would be doing way bigger things with this channel. Like I would be filming skits, I would be doing small short documentaries, I'd be doing all types of shit with this channel. Shit that like you wouldn't even, you probably just watching this one rant, you would never expect. You'd be like, oh, I didn't know he even did that. Like I didn't even know he had the skills to do this. I didn't even know he would even, like, because you don't know me, so you know you would never know. But the thing is, like I said, this channel is like everything is a stepping stone. So I look at it like everything is just gonna be an evolution of where it is. What I'm trying to say is like I want to do bigger things with whatever the tools that I'm given. And this rant is just a fucking rant, like any other rant is. I always just pick topics, the stuff that's on my chest, stuff that's in my head, and do a rant on it, and just go from there. So, obviously, if you're watching this, you know, like, you could leave a comment, you can subscribe, you can share this fucking rant, whatever. This is Steve's Art and Fun channel. This is your host, Steve from the back, and have a nice day or night or whatever.